This is Greg with the National Weather Service in Spokane. Here is our Monday weather briefing for North Idaho and Eastern Washington for the week of March 7th. One of our primary concerns this week will be the ongoing threat for rock and mudslides. The ground has become increasingly saturated with recent rainfall. We have also lost our ground's frost layer in many areas, and a good deal of our low and mid-elevation snowpack has melted. Steep terrain has become susceptible to slides in North Idaho, as well as northeast and north central Washington. This picture was taken near Black Canyon in Okanogan County over the weekend. Saturated ground will also increase the threat for minor field flooding and rises on area creeks and streams. Fortunately, our larger rivers are running below flood stage, and we don't anticipate any main stem river flooding within the next week. This image shows the percent of normal precipitation over the last 7 days. The biggest departures from normal have occurred in central Washington along the east slopes of the Cascades, where we received 200 to 400% of average. The Saturday-Sunday event alone produced 1 to 2 inches of rain. Soil region-wide is quite wet, and in some areas it's nearly saturated. We have also lost a good deal of mid and low elevation snowpack in the last couple of weeks. The areas in orange show a significant net loss in snow water equivalent over the last 72 hours, which includes the warm rain event that occurred over the weekend. Zoom into the table and we see a net loss of 1/3 of an inch to as much as 2 inches of snow water equivalent in the mid-elevations of the Idaho Panhandle and much of Washington. Our high elevations have not seen the loss of snow water equivalent as the high ridges continue to gain snowpack. The snow that remains in Washington and North Idaho is largely in the mountains now. There is a bit of low elevation snow in the east slopes of the Cascades and in the Okanogan Highlands around Republic. However, there is very little low and mid-elevation snow in the Panhandle and far northeast Washington. As our snow continues to melt, our 2015 burn scars will become more vulnerable to runoff from rain and rapid snowmelt. The east slopes of the Cascades will have some of our most impactful weather this week, so this slide focuses on Wenatchee. There is the chance for rain nearly every day through the weekend. Wenatchee is often located in the rain shadow of central Washington, but not in this upcoming wet pattern. Temperatures should be cooler than they were over the last weekend, pretty close to normal, with upper 40s to low 50s for daytime highs. Our most significant precipitation during the next 7 days will occur Wednesday afternoon into Thursday. Here's the precipitation forecast for Wednesday and Thursday. A good deal of the precipitation in the Cascades will fall in the form of snow, which may decrease the potential for rock and mudslides a bit compared to the event that occurred over the weekend. However, snow levels in Idaho and northeast Washington will be quite high, so the values that you see on this image will be the rain totals for places like Kellogg, Sandpoint, and Colville. The Cascades and mountains of North Idaho and northeast Washington along the Canadian border will likely receive heavy snow Wednesday and Thursday. Travel over Stevens, Loop Loop, and Sherman passes will likely be impacted by accumulating snow. 1 to 2 feet of snow will be likely for the Cascades north of I-90 Wednesday into Thursday. This event could also produce considerable late-season accumulations for the Methow Valley and the upper portions of Lake Chelan. The overnight arrival of the heaviest precipitation, combined with the uncertainty about our snow levels, could produce locally heavy amounts of snow down to the valley floors within this green circle. Monitor the forecast. At this time, it looks like light accumulations around Winthrop and Mazama, but this could change. In summary, the Wednesday-Thursday event will heighten the risk for more rock and mudslides in the steep terrain of North Idaho and northeast Washington. Depending on snow levels, we could also see problems in north central Washington too. Small streams will likely experience rises. Block culverts could cause flooding of roads. Field flooding will also be a good bet in our typical problem areas of northeast Washington and north Idaho. Heavy snow will produce winter driving conditions for the passes of north central Washington, north of I-90. We may also see an increased avalanche danger in the northern Cascades, with 1 to 2 feet of heavy snow on top of an unstable layer of slushy snow. The 8 to 14 day outlook suggests that our wet weather pattern will break next week. The Climate Prediction Center is calling for below average precipitation chances and slightly above average temperatures for the period of March 15th through the 21st. Hey, thank you for listening. You can stay informed with the latest weather information by following us on Facebook, Twitter, or watching our weekly weather briefings on YouTube. Have a great week.